What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome on through garage. Welcome on through garage. If y'all tune in, I hope y'all can subscribe, like the video, share with your friends, family, or whoever. Don't be a stranger. Today, we're gonna be looking at this video from Cal SRT. If y'all ain't subscribed to that man, go subscribe to him. I've been watching his channel for a couple years and all that. I forgot when was my first video, but I know he was, doing the swaps and all that, which was pretty cool. I felt interested in all. But they say your swap could get seized by police. Watch this video. Now, I don't own a Mopar or anything. I have considered owning one before, but I didn't want to go through the hassle of the insurance and then my car getting stolen. Even though I'm in a good area and all that, I just didn't still want to risk it. But I might consider it though. I ain't gonna lie, just for the fun of it, I might consider it. But there are things you could do to avoid your car getting taken, like kill switches and other little miscellaneous things and all. And speaking of Mopar, I know somebody who have a Mopar and all that, and they just got like a regular insurance and all that is like super high on it because of the car, what it had behind it and all that. If y'all don't know, these Mopars are very popular. Even if people don't know nothing about no damn cars, knowing about damn Mopars and stuff. I mean, you see them on music videos, you see them everywhere and stuff, and it's just something everybody look for. And what really sells the car is that big boy V8, that Hemi with that supercharger. That's what sells it. And believe it or not, a lot of people are taking that V8 and putting it in other cars like the Chryslers, which are very popular, and they putting in like the older Mopars, which is cool and crazy. Or they put them like old schools, and hell, they even using a damn supercharger blower, putting them on LSs now and stuff, which is so crazy. That's how popular this thing got. Like 2015. When the Hellcat came out, that was like mind-boggling. My first Hellcat I have seen was a Challenger. It was red, I believe, but older guy had it. Oh man, that thing was so glorious and all that when I seen it. But from 2015 and oh man, this thing just been booming, and these cars been getting stolen and stuff and all that. It's been a hot commodity. And usually when the car is stolen, the car is stripped to the bone and they just swapped over. But now police are trying to crack down this, and they trying to make an example. And I have this video on my channel as a short and all that, so we're gonna watch this video, but we're gonna see how this video go and stuff, and just go from there. But I have this one particular video where they was crushing the Durango, right? And what I don't get, the police, they like to seize stolen stuff, but they like to use it for their own good and stuff, which don't make no sense to me. But anyway, they was crushing this car. They really didn't crush that Durango. They had to take that motor out after that Durango was crushed to supposedly show an example and all that. But man, let's look at this video real quick. Let me quit all the talking. This thing is 17 minutes.
Let you put lives at risk. We will seize your car, and if it's not legal for the streets, we will crush it.
He said, hold up. We gotta get that motor out. Okay. Ooh, the thing got a manual?
Damn, this is what I used to record with. That shit is all dusty, all my equipment.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Has been sitting there for a minute. I just been busy, bro. Just been busy with the shop. If you guys don't know, I own my own little SRT repair facility.
That's what's up. I remember he was in that small garage and all that. It's so crazy how you can start small and just elevate and all that. This guy really deserving of stuff. Shout out to him.
Yeah, old Hellcats, old Dodge. This is all I do. As you can see, this Hellcat Durango came in from Memphis, I believe, for a trans. Got the new one put in. I still got to blend it up, put the exhaust back on, transfer case, cats. These are a little bit harder to do than like the regular Chargers or four-door cars. Because on those, you didn't have to drop none of that. You just come down from between the cats. This is the old trans. This thing got to go back to the dealer. Hold on one second. This thing got to go back to the dealer. Has a $3,000 core. So if I don't send that back, I get hit for a $3,000 core. Just a whole bunch of stuff in there. This one came in because he took it to another shop and they stripped the ABS pump. So I got a new pump coming in. This one got a head gasket. That one got to bleed some brakes. But I want to show you guys some cool shit that we got. This one came in from Kansas City. Regular 6'4". To look inside.
The Chryslers, oh my god, they look so amazing. They really do. They look so amazing. I feel like if Dodge just replace the V8s with the superchargers and like all these other cars and stuff, I feel like the cars, like them getting swapped and stuff, will be like less, you know, like with them being stolen and stuff. I feel like, but no, I doubt it. Let me shut up. Let me watch the video. I'm just thinking ahead. I'm thinking about something.
Bam.
Oh, this thing got the 6-speed in there.
This thing went to 3. I think he said 4 different shops. They couldn't get started after they put it together. Came in on a Friday. Got it running by Monday. Runs and drives now. I'll start it up here in a second. This is a swap that I did A to Z. This one came from New York.
New York.
6. Got it all put together. Look at that. Clean, bro. Clean. Everything looks like factory. Can't even tell anything was ever taken apart. Look at the brake lines. All the coolant hoses, the firewall, everything. A to Z. Let me show you the inside. This kit, this is my kit. This is the one that came out the black Charger. If you guys remember, the one that got in a police chase. Got the panel roof, suede all over. Suede here. Alcantara seats. Clean. Yeah, just a couple cars. But before I even start this car, let's talk about today's video and why I'm here at like 9 o'clock recording this. Because let me show you this DM I got this morning. And I'm like, this would have been perfect.
Yo, hey, so
The fuck?
I had bought this car from the fucking dealership. And I'm just not getting my registration and shit. Alright, so the police pulled me over because I had my registration there first. So I went to go pick up the car the next day. They saying the fucking radio is reported stolen out of another Hellcat. So is that shit true? Like, can you get down and put a stolen radio inside another Hellcat? Or would that shit automatically lock? Because I don't know if the police trying to keep my car wet, bro.
All right, so that's been happening a lot. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys seen it on the news.
Damn, you got it from a dealership, get pulled over. Damn.
Some cities and some counties are crushing cars that come back with stolen parts. It's just been going crazy, especially with the swap stuff. So you got to.
Yeah, they crushing cars because what? A freaking radio. If they crushing a car just over radio, that is just so absurd to me. But guess what? They gonna keep the other parts. I guarantee. They ain't gonna really crush the. They take out the police department and all that. They gonna take the other stuff. I don't care what nobody say.
In today's video, I'm gonna talk about how you can find that out and what you can.
Just like that green Durango, where they didn't really crush that thing all the way down and all that. They stopped midway. Come on, man.
Do to avoid that, because I guess a lot of you guys are not aware how this shit works. So let's talk about plugging in, what that means, and how do cops even get to your van, and how do they see all that. So before, cops used to run around with one of these little cheap, like AutoZone scanner. This one here was like $60. And when they plug into your car, let's act like this is a car, which basically it is. I have it set up that way. They plug in and they read off the PCM, right? This is the PCM, RFIB, BCM. Somebody called. Anyways, so this is the PCM. When you plug into the OBD, the VIN comes back from the PCM. Not the BCM, not the RFIB, but the PCM.
Of course.
So when you go in here, watch this. You could go to vehicle information. Again, these are little cheap tools. This is not something expensive. Okay, so it scans. I gotta cover this.
I have
up.
like 3 diagnosis tools for my cars and all that. And
see how
you
it comes
can
back
see
with
VIN
a
and
VIN?
all.
Can you see that? That's just too bright. But it comes back with a VIN. Right there. That VIN is coming off the PCM. Not the BCM, not the RFIB, not the rest of the modules, not the cluster, none of that. It just comes off the PCM. And that's what they used to have before. They upgraded to this new show, which I'm going to show you.
They got smarter.
And that's how they're finding out about everything else that you got. And that's how they know what came from what. So let me show you that.
They got smarter.
All right, guys. So we're going to be using the 6-speed swap as an example to show you guys what's happening. All right. So this is a more, let me get past this. This is a more advanced tool. This is what they're using nowadays. All right, guys, so this is an advanced tool. This one here is an autel, but there's a whole bunch of different ones. And this is how they're seeing what they're seeing in order, you know, for them to take away your car or accuse you of parts, whatever, right? So watch this. If I go under here, see this? This is what nobody talks about. Nobody's ever done a video on this. This is how they're catching you guys. So watch this. As soon as I press this button, watch this. It's gonna load.
Hey, with this video, it's going to smarten everybody up.
Every single module in this car. BCM, which I just showed you on the bench. PCM is underneath the hood, right there. RF hub is right there. But that's not...
You know what I just thought about? It's so crazy. Like, what if the guy where he got the car from, the radio possibly got blacked out or something happened, and they just order it off of eBay and all that. And they just, you know, put the radio in, and like, what if something like that happened? Because, you know, in the car world, we use a lot of used parts, you know. And well, some of them don't have, like, you know, modules in there that usually keep VINs or anything. But that's a possibility and stuff. Just thinking.
Not all the modules. There's PCM, BCM, RF hub, ORC, door modules, adaptive control modules for the suspension. Air, like, there's so much modules, and I'm gonna show you.
There's so many possibilities.
Radio has a VIN. Cluster has a VIN. Just watch this. Give me a second. All right, so the VIN check is done. Look at what we have. Look how many modules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 modules in this car alone, which is a Challenger swap. So 17 modules that have a VIN. So, for example, the guy that DM'd me, his issues with his radio. Bam, radio, VIN. You see that? So everything has a VIN. Let's start from the top. The ECM. The ECM is the module that's underneath the hood. Let's get out of here and check it, so you guys know better. Right there. That is the ECM, also known as the PCM. It's located here on all the Chargers, Challengers, 300s, on the Jeeps, Durangos, and the SUVs. It's located right over here. So I could probably, nope, this one's locked up. But that's where it's located for the ECM, which is the engine control module that controls your powertrain. Now the next one, you know what? I could take this out of here. The next one is going to be ABS. ABS has a VIN. You see that, right? ABS pump is right here. See this module? That has a VIN. Next one is the ORC, right there. That's the airbag module, cluster, tire pressure module, everything.
So I'm just pretty sure all them VINs and all that just ties in, you know, to that one particular VIN, that one particular car. The best way to avoid this also, as I'm thinking, is normally just get a donor car that you know is legit and all that, and then you could transfer everything. Because like I said, if you getting it off the street, buying a motor from somebody, you know, or from somewhere, it could be pretty risky and all that, you know. Or you out there hitting a lick, getting somebody else's car, and then you try to swap the parts over and stuff. Like, you just don't work like that. So you have to get something that's like legit, like a donor car and stuff. Like, you know, people have been doing before and all that. So yeah.
Has a VIN. So in this guy's case, he said the radio, they found the...
But a lot of, like, probably young people are not aware of that, who doing these swaps and all that, typically. I'd be seeing the younger guys and stuff normally doing that stuff when I on my feed and all that. I normally see, hey, I'm swapping this car and all that for what I have seen and all that. So yeah, just give me 2 cents.
Stolen. That's how they found that, because the VIN, if it's changed, as you can see, this one came out of a different car. All these match, but the radio don't. So they could check that VIN. They can check that VIN, and they can know exactly what car that radio came out of. So that's, let me show you where the module is located. So the adaptive control module, this one controls your suspension, is right there. The RF hub is right there. It's supposed to be on the back shelf, but this thing was a cluster, you know what? And it's located right there. The steering column control module, also known as the clock spring, is this piece over here that controls all your buttons, all these right here. That's what that is. The ORC, which is the airbag module. Let me get a light for you. There's that yellow one right there. That's the airbag module. That's the BCM. Obviously, it's a radio. You got your cluster. Door modules, what control your mirrors and stuff. All this stuff. It's located right behind the door. There's a driver, any passenger. The HVAC module is located in the dash.
Yeah, the HVAC module. I do HVAC, you know. It's
That
crazy. HVAC module.
Right there. That is an HVAC module that also stores a vent. So how does this happen? Let's say you have a legit car, right? It's not a swap. Everything's good. And for example, your rack pinion goes out, right? Let me show you what a rack pinion is.
It's just for your steering and all that. If you don't know what that is, you should know.
I'll show you one right here. You have a rack pinion that goes out. Here's a rack out of a Charger that I replaced. I kept the old one for a core. But here's the rack pinion. Here's the module or the motor that stores a VIN. So let's say you have a car, rack pinion goes out, and then instead of buying it at the dealer for like 25, $3,000, you find a used one for like $500, $1,000, and you install it. A couple months go by, a couple years go by, and then you get pulled over and they plug you in just like how I did. That they could find where that exact rack pinion came out of. And if
Yeah, that's what I was just saying and stuff. Like, I was just saying that. Like, it's pretty risky, though, especially if you having these type of cars, because police and all that are cracking down on these cars and all that. Like, they are. And they're going to do everything just to make sure to see if that's your car legit. So, like I said, if you get a part from somewhere, I don't know, you better have your fingers crossed. That's all I know.
some hot shit, then you're responsible for that, and you could be in the same position as this dude who got caught with his radio.
And mind you, that dude got his car from the car dealership, right? I wonder if the car dealerships be knowing too. I wonder if they do. 'Cause I seen the one guy. I believe he was out in Florida. He had got a car, and come to find out the thing was stolen, and the dealership showed it to him. I wouldn't be surprised.
The Electric X-Peak. An all-terrain.
Well, yeah, that's how a lot of you guys are getting cooked. Let's start up this cat. This one's actually shipping out next week. Brand new.
Anyway, guys, that might be pretty much it. I wonder if you say anything.
It came out of a 22, I believe. It's just too risky now. A lot of shit got hot. For me, especially because now I got to shop and stuff, I'm not doing any swaps unless I'm providing the donor because I know where the donor came from.
Okay, so he said you're not doing swaps unless he getting a donor and all that, which, like I said, like, it's like more legit way. Swap, yeah, it's more legit to be honest.
It's just too risky now. A lot of shit got hot.
The
So you gotta be
YNs.
real careful of what you're doing, especially with what I just showed you. Lock that up.
I swear, the Hellcats and all that, believe it or not, these turned some people into some mechanics, man. These had people swapping a whole powertrain into another car. Bruh, that's crazy. This motor right here, this is the LS 2.0, believe it or not. Y'all thought that LS and all that was some what everybody, you know, swapping to everything and stuff. This is the LS right here. This is the LS 2.0 right here. And I love this thing right here. Ooh. Let's see it. Tough. But anyway, guys, this is gonna be pretty much it. Go check that video out from Cal SRT. Y'all go to his video, like it up. I already liked it. I think I already got 74K one day ago. Y'all need to be liking up the video. Be a lot of people be viewing stuff. And they like y'all like that video, man. That's some good info right there, believe it or not. Let's look at these comments. Crushing the car. Yeah, where do you this valet is. Yeah, man, they cracking down hard on the car community though, but I think it's just the people who is just like too eager. I think it's the people who just being too eager, ain't being careful. Like they trying to get the thing now, they ain't doing it like the right way and stuff. You know, smarter way. You know how when somebody find a cheat code, you got some people that just ain't gonna say nothing and, you know, stay under the radar, and you got some people that's just gonna just do it even without even thinking about the repercussions and stuff. Like they just doing out and about, like they showing everything and stuff, you know. You know what I'm saying, man? I would be, of course, I'd be pissed too if I went to the dealer, got a car, a Hellcat, whatever. You know what I mean? And one thing I do dislike though, I dislike how this car is like stereotyped towards the YNs and all that, even though they typically be in it. But believe it or not, you will be so amazed. It's different other type of people with these cars and all that. I seen people cutting up with my own two eyes. That's not no YN or nothing. I'm just putting that out there though. It's just so crazy and stuff how one car is stereotyped, but we are us as black folks, though, we are, you know, doing way little too much. But we not the only ones. So everybody doing this stuff, believe it or not, swapping stuff. I seen this one guy swapping a Hellcat. Was he swapping a Hellcat like in a Magnum, right in the back in the front yard and stuff. Not a YN or anything, but they are doing it. So it's crazy how this car is stereotyped. But I mean, we the face of it. I'm just put it like that. We are. That's just how it is. It just amazes me. Every car got a stereotype, believe it or not. Every car. I don't care. Nobody said every car got a stereotype. Yeah, that is true though. They don't have a search warrant to do that. But like I said, the police is just trying to make sure these cars ain't stolen and stuff, because they are hot and all that. They are super hot. So of course they're gonna want to check your car. That's the one thing I don't want to deal with. That's one thing. That's why I don't know. That's why I stand away from Mopar. Anyway, guys, it's gonna be pretty much it. I'll see y'all. Peace.